Hi everybody and welcome back to SEO.ninja. My name is Tristan and today I want to show you one of the ways that you can get a little bit more benefit out of your paid traffic. Now, paid traffic is kind of a big deal right now. It's coming up on the end of the year. We have Christmas, we just had Black Friday, we have New Year, and depending on the product or the service that you're promoting and that you're selling, then this is probably going to be a pretty active time of the year for you. Like for us, everybody wants to start their websites or like start with SEO or start doing better marketing or whatever with the new year. And so right now things are kind of quiet. So right now things are a little quiet, but here in like 4 weeks then we're going to be absolutely swamped. We're actually receiving a lot of leads right now. It's just all the projects start with the new year. So if anybody wants to hire us for anything, now's the best time to do it. But this is basically the concept behind what we're talking about here. You have your website, and then you have a whole bunch of different ways that you can drive traffic to that website, right? You have organic traffic, you have referral traffic, you have social media traffic, and then you have YouTube ads, Google ads, and Facebook ads. Okay, there are other kinds of ads out there, sure, but these are like the primary ones. And so what we're talking about today as far as how these ads work and how you can take more advantage of them is by setting up things like remarketing lists and a couple little tricks that we use to cause our ad spend to drop pretty drastically. Okay. So my favorite thing in the whole wide world is YouTube. I love doing YouTube videos. I like ranking YouTube videos in Google search, and I like doing YouTube ads. Now, the reason I like doing YouTube ads so much is because they're way less expensive than doing your standard Google ads. Okay. So let me show you a little project we're working on right now, and then we'll show how all this kind of interacts with that. This is a website that we just built. In fact, we just finished the final touches to it this morning. This is a website about translation. We're going to start generating some leads for translators and, maybe we'll pick up some translation jobs ourselves, since this is kind of where we come from. This is our background, is providing freelance translation services. And so we have this website, right? And we have some keywords that we want to rank for, but the problem is that it's going to take a long time for us to rank for those keywords because SEO is a slow process. And so what we want to do instead is we want to send some paid traffic over here. You'll typically start off with some paid traffic on a new website just because you need that initial traffic and you can't wait 2 or 3 months or 6 months for the traffic to come in from Google search. No problem. So here are the keywords that we're targeting. And you'll notice our cost per click. This is how much we'll spend on average per click if we were to go with the Google ad. $30, $32, $12.50, $12, $31, $6.55, $4.44, $18, $18. It's a little expensive. And since we don't know if this page is going to convert very well, we don't know how people are interacting with the page yet because we don't have any traffic, then spending $30 per click is a really, really big investment when we don't know if we're going to make anything back. And the competition that we're looking at, like these are some pretty big companies. Trusted Translation is really big. TransPerfect is huge. Never, ever, ever, ever hire these people to do any sort of translation work. These people are vultures. Striker Translations, I actually really like them. I've been working with them for years. In fact, they were one of my very first agency clients. Tomatis is down here. They're actually really good too. I don't know any of these other folks. I've heard of Day Translations, but it's fairly competitive keyword that we're talking about here for Spanish translation services, and that's only 880 searches a month. So we need ways to drive traffic to the site, but we can't spend this much money to try and generate that traffic. Okay? So what we're going to do instead is we're going to run YouTube ads. Now the reason that we want to do YouTube ads is because a YouTube ad will typically cost a lot less. Here's an ad that I just started. It's not for the translation stuff. This is for a client. But this ad just went live. We've spent 10 cents so far and we've generated 5 views. Now, what that means is that the paid traffic plus the organic traffic we were able to generate, we have like 10, 15 people so far who have gone and watched that video. Well, now everybody who's watched that ad, and again, we're talking about organic traffic and paid traffic, both of those have ended up on something called a remarketing list. And that's something you can set up in your Google AdWords account. Now, a remarketing list is a list of people who have interacted with your website or with one of your videos or whatever, and you can go and you can target those people again with your ads in the future. And the benefit to this is twofold. First, it's way cheaper. Like we're actually spending like just a fraction of what we'd normally spend per click because we're using remarketing ads, because we're telling Google, hey, we don't want people who fit this specific criteria. We want to visit these specific people. So say somebody watches your ad, right? And they go over here to your remarketing list. Or say they visited your website and they also go back into this list. They're already familiar with you. They're already familiar with your products. They're already familiar with your services. And so when you do your ads, then those ads are going to have a much higher return on investment, though technically the term for this is return on ad spend, than just a cold ad. It's the difference between trying to sell something to a warm or a hot lead as compared to cold leads, okay? And so you actually spend less by using this little system here, and you actually get a higher return on it. So that's really cool. And in addition to just using the YouTube remarketing Google ads, you can do the same thing with Facebook. You can have an organic post or whatever, it sends traffic back to your website. You can use your organic traffic. You can use your other paid traffic. Send people back to your website, right? Then you have a Facebook pixel installed on that website. And that allows you to go and target the same visitors again, but with your Facebook ads. And again, it's significantly cheaper. So you're able to generate all of this traffic over here at a very low cost, get them pixeled, and then follow them on Facebook. You know how when you look at a product on Amazon and then that product follows you around Facebook for like a week? That's what's happening right here. You're going to Amazon, they're pixeling you, and then they target you with ads. Now, there are some other free ways that you can do this as well, and I couldn't make this text any bigger, but you can also create an email list by having an email opt-in on your website. You can include a Facebook Messenger bot, or you can have some sort of a form submission where people can contact you in regards to, sending themselves to you as a lead. So that's the way to get paid traffic in here. And of course you have things like search engine optimization, which can be kind of expensive depending on the competition that you're looking at. And if you have any questions about this, definitely reach out to us because this is what we do for a living. You can also do referral traffic. This would be something like if somebody does a review of your product or your service and post that on their website, then that will generate traffic to your site. But you can also go and you can optimize that post. Like you can help that post to rank a little bit higher in Google search. So that way it generates additional organic referral traffic. And of course you have your good old-fashioned social media. Now, again, this isn't theory. This is something that actually works. This is something that we actually do. So if we go back to our ads over here, we have our YouTube ad, and this is what's generating our lists. And then that list is being targeted with our search and then also with a display ad. So anybody who watches this video, they're going to see our ads popping up for about a week afterwards, about 2 weeks afterwards. And then you can set up the remarketing list to only capture people who have seen your content or interacted with your content or visited your website in the past 24 hours, the last week, the last 2 weeks, the last month, up to the last 540 days. So this is a very, very effective method, and this is how we've generated a lot of our traffic over the years, as well as a lot of our sales. Now, there's one last really important thing that I want to talk about before I name the video, and that's this arrow right here. So going from search engine to the YouTube ad. Now, this is actually pretty darn cool. Let me show you this video. This is my computer. Like, this is the computer that I have right next to me right now. And I wanted to be an affiliate for this company. And so I went through and I kind of had everything set up like this. I was sending people back to Amazon, so that's the site right over here. Now, of course, they have their own Facebook ads and pixels and all this other stuff, so there really wasn't a lot that I can do with these three, but I was able to generate this traffic over here. But then I hit a snag. In the beginning of this video, I show some gameplay of the game Doom. And if you're familiar with the game Doom, you know that it's kind of funny they say that it's not advertiser friendly since I'm the advertiser in this case. But, there's a little bit of violence and things like that in it. And so I wasn't able to run any ads. But I still wanted to generate the traffic for this site. I still want to generate these sales. So if we scroll down just a smidgen, you can see this video still has 6,700 views, and I uploaded it back in July. So it's been, 6 months? Yeah. So I'm getting about 1,100 views a month on this video right now. And I'm actually generating quite a few sales, and I'm not spending anything on paid traffic. And that's because I am an SEO, and I work really well with YouTube. And so this video actually ranks and generates traffic organically through YouTube search. And we can see that if we scroll down a little bit. So whenever somebody searches for the model number of this computer or for the brand name, then I show up. And you can see there are a lot of these things. 71 comments, people asking questions about the device or about the computer, what kind of motherboard it has. And, people just saying, hey, thanks. This is a helpful video. And I make between $25 and $50 for every sell, and I'm selling 3 or 4 of these things a month. And again, that's totally organic traffic. And if I were to go and target something that was a little bit more popular, I could probably get even more views. A good example of that is my printer. I have just a little dinky HP printer, but I made a video on it, and that thing has like 20,000 views. And we're doing the exact same thing. We're actually selling the printer through Amazon. And so you can do this with any kind of product or any kind of service. So for example, with this website, we're going to make some videos targeting these specific keywords right here. We're going to upload those to YouTube, and we're going to run some ads to them, and we're going to generate that list, and that's how we're going to generate leads for our translation business. We're actually doing the exact same thing for the dog training. We have that YouTube ad, and it's basically just a video showing how to deal with a certain behavior problem with the dog, right? So we're getting organic traffic from that, we're getting the paid traffic from that, and all that's building up that remarketing list, and it's sending traffic back to the website, and we're getting those people on our pixels, and we're collecting their email addresses. And you know what? We can even be crazy. We can send social media traffic back to the YouTube video. Say, hey, we just made this video talking about this specific behavior problem. Go take a look at it, and if you have any similar problems or any similar issues with your dog, then let us know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And then that causes this to perform even better. And then if the people who watch this video, if they're really impressed with it, they go and they share it to their social media, well, it just creates this loop. And that's how we're able to generate large amounts of traffic with very, very low ad spend. And then also how we're able to improve our return on ad spend by using these remarketing lists. So that is the idea. Now, before we end the video, there's 2 really important things that we want to mention. First is Christmas is in 2 weeks, okay? So if you're planning to sell any products for Christmas or around Christmas, then you need to get started on this like right now, okay? The other thing is that if you're not sure how to do any of this, or if you need any help, then please reach out to us, because like I said, it's kind of a quiet time of the year for us. We can help you get this set up and running and working very quickly. And like I said, there isn't a lot of time before we have this huge rush. Typically between Christmas and New Year's, we're absolutely swamped, just because that's when everybody wants to start working on their websites, and that's when everybody wants to start working on SEO, and they want to get crazy with YouTube, and they want to get crazy with social media and Facebook and all this other stuff. And so if you guys need our help, if you want our help, now is the time to reach out to me. But now you know what to do, you know how to do it, so go out and do it and make yourself some money. See you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.